You ain't black.
And you ain't black.
So anyway, any last questions, man? Because I'm sure he's got to go somewhere. By the way, I thought I was the only guy that drank out of mason jars. I'm glad to see a brother with the mason jars right there. You know
Well, see, that's the thing. I'm kind of worldly, like, especially being with the infantry. Whole bunch of Southern boys were in the infantry, so I learned a whole.
My
bunch
grandma
of
used to
things.
can like straight up peaches.
Oh, fantastic!
You know what I'm saying? She used to be like
preserves. Is what
Yeah,
we
yeah,
call
yeah,
it.
yeah,
preserves. Yeah,
man.
exactly.
Get them up in you, man.
And so she had like a cupboard full of just like a ton of old mason jars. You know.
And that's the thing. And that's the thing that goes back into what we're saying. Like, if you like something, you could like it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't have to be one thing. You don't be, I don't rock with mason jars because that's for white people.
Right,
or I don't rock with Hennessy because that's for black people. Like, you can do whatever you want to do. So I don't understand why people is trying to judge and like gatekeep certain parts of American
You know what?
culture.
Honestly, bro, like I know exactly what you're talking about. This is what me and Cardon was kind of talking about earlier, how I play tennis, right?
Yeah.
And I swear to God, y'all, I swear to God, growing up in Chicago, by the time I reached junior high school, I was interested in it. And then when I saw Venus and Serena hit the scene, I wanted to learn how to play. But in Chicago, especially the high school I went to, you couldn't do that. You couldn't do it. So I literally suppressed my enthusiasm for tennis until I was 18 and out on my own. And
Charles Barkley said that.
That's horrible. There's a lot of really hurt, depressed people out there.
Yeah.
And I don't because they're hurt and depressed and they feel like they have to be a certain image for other people. They're miserable
And you know what?
for themselves. And I really don't like it. And so like that's why I do what I want to do. You know, dress like a superhero every day because I want to make myself happy so I can make other people happy.
And you know what's funny? I like that too because we were just talking. This makes sense. You're oppressed because it's white, right? Like playing tennis is white.
Yeah.
So you can't do it. You can't do it. You can't do it. And then when Venus or Serene, just like with Tiger Woods with golf, then you're all of a sudden,
Then you can do it.
you are the great.
Yeah.
You're so great. You know, and it's like,
you're
but
the GOAT then.
It's so.
Before, but I bet
so
I
arbitrary,
bet Tiger Woods was Uncle Tom in a sellout
you better
every
believe it.
single day
Every
when he
single
was
day.
playing golf,
Until he made
and
it.
now he made it, and they're like, oh my goodness,
Yeah.
So that's crazy. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
it's all
And it's just wild. Like, and it was the weirdest thing. So like we had our music up number one. It got pulled down. That was like one of the darkest, like depressing times because it's like Luke knows like you're walking around Hollywood trying to make it happen. Like, yo, hear my song. They're like, I ain't trying to hear that. You know what I mean? Like trying to make it happen. And then you finally make it happen. And then someone pulls it down. You know what I mean? And it's been 4 or 5 years I've been trying to do this. And when somebody pulls it down, I was like, man, I have nobody in my corner, and a whole bunch of people were showing their true colors for real. I was just like,
really?
wow. And I'm saying like people who I never expect. And then the craziest part though, there were some liberals who came to my defense because they're just like, and I'm gonna tell you why, because they're like, you know what? I don't agree with him politically, but I have to support him on this ban thing specifically because freedom of speech.
Exactly.
And I was just like, yo, there's some dudes like I'm tighter with now, and they're liberal, but I'm cool with them too because if you have my back, I don't care what political affiliation you have. I want to know, can I trust you as a person? And are we cool? I don't care all that. You know what I mean? I don't care about all that. So, but then there were some people who I would think would have my back, gone. But then we hit number one on Billboard. Who was there?
Back.
All those fake people. And I was just like, I already know who you are. You know what I mean? I'm just going to ignore you. I'm going to leave you on scene because I'm not going to even put my energy out there. I'm not going to even reply. Like now I don't reply. I just block people.
Yeah.
That's simple.
Yeah.
That's simple.
And see, I think it's interesting that you said when you was pulled, it was basically you knew it wasn't because of the artistic, right?
No,
it wasn't pulled because it dropped down to number 100 and people didn't like it. It was pulled for political reasons.
Exactly.
And that's kind of like literally the same thing, that I was experiencing in Hollywood, right?
Yep.
As an actor, I would literally have experiences to where if you didn't agree with what was going on, you had to either be silent or you would literally be knocked out of kicked out of the club, not invited to the club. And that's when I started to realize I would be there at the auditions with certain actors, right? And I got to hear or see their audition. And I know what I brought to the table. Yeah. And then when you see who got cast for the role and you would see that it had nothing to do with talent, it was a political reason. It was because they stand for this, or they just did a PSA on this, or now they're the new face of this. It was all political, Have you been experiencing any? I mean, okay, for example, I'm gonna just flat out ask you. Let's just say they come to you and they offering you a $2 million record deal, and they claiming to give you, the autonomy to produce your own content, but it's a capital deal. You're going to be part of this now engine.
Yeah.
Would you do it?
It would really depend on the expenses, because a lot of those people, they're not getting that $2 million. People got it twisted. You don't get handed $2 million.
Right.
It's a advance.
Yeah,
so you have to pay that back, whether in record sales or whatever other money they spend on you on the car rentals or the chains or whatever they spend on you, right? So to me, it's not worth it, because I feel like I could make way more money outside of a record deal, because I have made way more money outside of a record deal already in the last month, period. Like, I don't need a label for anything. I don't need you to tell me to do anything. It would have to be like a huge deal with like a commercial or something like that, like a bigger company, but a shoe deal or something like that. Like nothing really like interests me anyway, because a lot of the material things I don't really care about. I care about getting the story out of military people and just inspiring people. Like, people are having their kids sing our song. Yeah. Like, and then another girl the other day,
that's crazy.
She got a tattoo.
What?
See. Yes, it says she got My Patriot tattoo on her body.
Wow. See.
So you get what I'm saying? Yeah. How many songs?
That's more satisfying. That's more
gratifying. Can a kid sing WAP? Can a kid sing WAP?
They probably could, which they shouldn't.
Well, they can dance it. That's for sure.
They're gonna be getting a spanking if they're gonna be doing
that.
Here's
my version. You ready?
Wait a minute.
But yeah, kids can sing the Patriot. That's the whole point. That I'm saying. They can sing the Patriot.
You keep it clean. You keep it. Everyone can take this. Anyone can listen to this. Any demographic, any age group can rock with this, and I love that. That's how you expand your marketability right there. That's fantastic.
And I just want to give a shout out to Cardon. This is a Christian show.
Family friendly.
Family friendly. Thank you.
Oh, hey, trust me, I know it is. That's why I give you the divine.
Hey.
That will get clipped and held against me for years.
Yes, indeed.
Are we still recording?
Yeah, but this is all after hour stuff. We can go. We can finish up. So anyway, you got anything else you want to tell us, brother, or what? Anything else you want to say before we cut?
No, that's pretty much it. Just thank you guys for having me on.
Thanks
if you guys
for coming.
need anything, I'm usually on IG and stuff, and I'll definitely support this. I'll definitely share it. I love what you guys are doing.
We're just trying our best to have some type of ways, because we're all getting censored. We were really trying to get a little platform going that we can all talk about this stuff. What's going on with you, Topher, Hulk, Bryson, or anything that's going on. You guys can all come back on, and whatever is going on in that recent thing, just call us, hit us up, let us know. We can keep going, because we don't really have a talk show on the right. It's all these talk shows are left leaning.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And so we just really want to have a platform so that you guys all can speak. Whatever you want to talk about, you can always come and talk.
You ain't black.
And you ain't black.